Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner Classics / Non Classic. This is episode number 1189 and Doubleshot number 1083. Yeah, fourth Comic Corner I did today. When was the last time I did this much in one day? Okay, both books are both from Marvel Comics. First up, it's from Secret Wars. We have A-Force Volume 0. Warzones, which collects the original 5-issue miniseries for Secret Wars. Written by Julie Wilson and Margaret Bennett. I've actually written this person to me. The artwork is on by Jorge Molina, who's also the inker for this book. The cover is done by Jim Chung and Laura Martin. Now, A-Force, as explained here, is a team of female Avengers. Yep, led by She-Hulk, also comprised of Medusa, Nico from The Runaways. Yeah, they have various female characters in Marvel Comics. Yeah, as you see in the cover, mostly people are actually in the book. The only people actually are not in the book that I saw. Let's see. Well, Rescue is not in the book. Spider-Gwen is not. Black Widow, Vindicator, Jubilee, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Snowbird, Moondragon. Pixie is in the book. Wasp was not here, but I'd say most of the characters seen in this cover are in this book. But the main primary characters in this book are She-Hulk, Miss America, who's only in the first issue. She becomes a primary character. Medusa, the female Loki's in here, no joke. Nico, Captain Marvel, because why not? And they're pretty much just basically like a premier protectors. She-Hulk is the leader of A-Force, and she's a Baroness of Greenland. It's Arcadia. Yeah, Baroness of Arcadia. It's basically a city that she protects, along with the female Avengers. They're just called A-Force. Why the name A-Force? I don't know. If I get a chance to meet Margaret Bennett again, I'm going to ask her about that. And the first issue has a Megalodon pop up in the thing via a portal. So Miss America tosses it over the wall into the Wastelands, basically home of the Marvel Zombies. And apparently that's against the law to do that. No. She was protecting Arcadia. And instead of basically and here's the thing. The Thors are heavily in here. And these people are portrayed as complete idiots. Like, they apparently don't see proper evidence. Like, okay, you broke the law by throwing a giant shark over a wall. Who cares? The zombies probably eat anyways. It's just something. It's not like a person over the wall. No, it's an actual creature. And so, her punishment is to be banished. Yep, despite the fact she had nothing to do with it at all. So, and also there's a hint, the story, the main thing here is there's a traitor in Arcadia. Who is it? The female Loki. Why not? Also, apparently she was in a relationship with not only Miss America, but also Nico. Apparently she loved them. It's implied, and here's the thing, these three shared a house together. Now, who knows what the relationship was? Either it was sexual, or they're just really good friends staying with each other. I don't know. They don't really go into here. It's like it's implied in this book that it's very small, tiny little hints that lesbianism is very much a thing here because it's hurling men. The only guys you see in the whole book is basically Black Bolt and Namor. And they do nothing. Also, Medusa, this role's version of Medusa, gets killed by a Thor. Yep, and when they find out that's actually Loki responsible for this, they arrest her, and then basically She-Hulk is basically restored being the Baroness. She was actually stripped of the title because she went to another zone without permission. And of course, the Arcadia was also at one point attacked by frickin' Sentinels. But yeah, fun, great miniseries. And when I heard that initially 5 years ago this was going to get ongoing, I'm like, yes, excellent idea. Especially since the new character Singularity, who did actually appear in the next volume, and she's the one who assembled the new version of A-Force under 616, which is awesome. Yeah, great book. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. The only slight problem with the A-Force ongoing series that was launched Raftus canceled after 8 issues. Yes, 8. It is by far one of the more shorter titles basically launched. It did last almost as long as X-Men 92, which that lasted about, I think about 12 issues, I think it was. That lasted slightly longer than this. There's only 2 books that were really successful outside of Secret Wars, and that was Old Man Logan and Amazing Number of New Vows. These 2 were the only ones successful that actually had an ongoing series after the events of Secret Wars wrapped up. Oddly enough, that Marvel's had this really big problem over the years, where whenever they tried have given an all-female group of team, like they did with the Fearless Defenders, they of course did with A-Force also, and it almost seems as though anytime we have a female group of superheroes and they have an ongoing series, apparently Marvel doesn't give the book a chance to survive, because we have to axe it because apparently it doesn't sell too well. Maybe if you market the books properly, you wouldn't have to cancel them. That's what I heard the reason why A-Force got canceled, because apparently low sales. That was the reason the book got canceled. Though, what the reason, why people were not buying it, I'll speculate that when I discuss the actual 2 volumes that collect the actual main series itself. Okay, moving on to a different series. This is actually the first time in quite a while I've reviewed a trade from this series. This is Miracle Man, Book 1, A Dream of Flying. This collects the first 4 issues of the Miracle Man ongoing series published by Marvel Comics. Yes, a little explanation about Miracle Man. And this is basically a project that was started back in the 80s that Neil Gaiman helped brought this book back when apparently Marvel got the rights to publish this character. Now, this comic book did not last very long. It only lasted about 18 issues. Mostly it was just there just to finish up a storyline that he and several people started back in the 80s they weren't able to finish. Now, there's a guy here credited as the original writer. If you wonder who this guy is, it's Alan Moore. Yep, it's Alan Moore, along with Alan Davis and Gary Leach. Yep, that is pretty much the artist on here. The other artist on here is Mike Agno. The other artist, and one of course since passed away, Mark Agno is the writer. The other 3 artists are Steve Dillon, he passed away a few years ago, Paul Neary, and Don Lawrence. This is most of a rebirth for Miracle Man. Now, from what I heard, originally he was called Marvel Man, until Marvel Comics decided to file a copyright strike against the British company publishing this comic book, and the comic had to cease for 20 years before brought back in the 80s. This book is just some early stuff for, well, the character. I mean, one thing you gotta tell about the artwork for the book is that, well, it's done in the style of the 50s, because the first story is 1956. Sorry about that. I have to take care of this one small thing here. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to hold off from reviewing talk about Miracle Man until later, okay? Do this next video, which will be that part 2. Bye.